As the UEFA Champions League approaches its highly anticipated knockout stage, the excitement is palpable among football fans worldwide. The round of 16 set to kick off on March 4, 2025 features a mix of powerhouse clubs and dark horses vying for European glory. With teams like Liverpool, Barcelona and Real Madrid showcasing their formidable talents, this season promises thrilling matchups and unforgettable moments on the pitch. The tournament has taken on a new structure this year, featuring a league phase followed by the knockout rounds. The final 16 teams emerged from a competitive league phase, with Real Madrid's impressive 6-3 aggregate victory over Manchester City and Paris Saint-Germain's 10-0 drubbing of Brest among the standout results. These performances demonstrate the quality and intensity of the competition, setting the stage for high-stakes encounters as teams vie for a place in the quarterfinals. This year's round of 16 includes a variety of enticing matchups. Notable fixtures include the Madrid Derby, where Real Madrid will face Atletico de Madrid, and a clash between Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen, the last two Bundesliga champions. Liverpool's encounter with PSG also stands out, as both teams have shown their prowess in the league phase, with Liverpool finishing atop their group. The seeded teams which qualified directly through their league standings include Liverpool, Barcelona, Arsenal, Inter Milan, Atletico Madrid, Bayer Leverkusen, Lille and Aston Villa. The unseeded teams which advance through the knockout playoffs are Club Brugge, Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, PSV Eindhoven, Feyenoord, PSG and Benfica. Each matchup will consist of two legs, with the aggregate score determining who advances to the next round. As the tournament progresses, several storylines are emerging that could impact the outcome of these matches. Liverpool, who dominated the league phase but have faced some challenges recently, will rely heavily on star player Mohamed Salah. With 30 goals and 22 assists this season, Salah's ability to perform under pressure could be pivotal against a vulnerable PSG side. The Madrid Derby adds another layer of intrigue. Both clubs are in contrasting forms, with Real Madrid struggling to find consistency and Atletico Madrid enjoying a resurgence under manager Diego Simeone. This tie promises to be fiercely contested, with both teams eager to assert their dominance in the Spanish capital. In the Bundesliga, Bayern Munich's path forward appears uncertain. After a narrow escape in the knockout phase against Celtic, they now face Bayer Leverkusen, a team that recently challenged them for the league title. With questions surrounding Bayern's current form, this matchup could serve as a litmus test for their European ambitions. Looking ahead, the Opta supercomputer has run simulations predicting the likelihood of each team advancing through the knockout stages. Its analysis suggests that Liverpool, Barcelona and Real Madrid are among the favorites to lift the trophy, but the unpredictable nature of knockout football means surprises could be on the horizon. The Champions League round of 16 is not just a series of matches, it's a celebration of football where legends are born and rivalries are intensified. As teams prepare to battle for supremacy, fans can expect a showcase of skill, strategy and sheer determination. The coming weeks will not only determine who progresses to the quarterfinals, but will also lay the foundations for the next chapter in this storied competition. As the knockout stage unfolds, all eyes will be on these elite clubs as they strive to etch their names in football history. In an unexpected intersection of two major sports leagues, a recent survey conducted by the NFL Players Association (NFLPA) has shed light on the perceptions NFL players have of their owners, some of whom are also prominent figures in the English Premier League (EPL). The report, which gathered feedback from nearly 1,700 players, highlights the often overlooked relationship between athletes and ownership, revealing significant concerns regarding management practices, facility conditions, and the overall treatment of players and their families. Among the most notable owners highlighted in the survey are the Glazer family, who preside over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and have a controlling stake in Manchester United, and Stan Kroenke, who owns the Los Angeles Rams and Arsenal. The survey results are particularly illuminating, as they offer a rare glimpse into the undercurrents of dissatisfaction among players regarding their owners' management styles and commitment to their well-being. The Glazers, who have owned the Buccaneers since 1995, received a dismal D+ rating for ownership, ranking them 27th out of 32 teams in the NFL. Players expressed disappointment over food quality and locker room conditions, with many citing serious cleanliness issues and ongoing plumbing problems. The players say the locker room is not clean, constantly smelly, and has a persistent bug issue in the showers, the report noted, underscoring the need for urgent renovations. Complaints about the cafeteria were also prevalent, with players demanding better food variety and quality. This dissatisfaction echoes long-standing frustrations from Manchester United fans who have criticized the Glazers for their stewardship of the club. Sir Jim Ratcliffe, a recent partial owner of United, has been vocal about the need for improvements, indicating that the club's facilities, including Old Trafford, are not up to standard. The juxtaposition of NFL players' grievances with the Glazers to the ongoing turmoil at Manchester United illustrates a troubling trend of neglect that transcends sports. In a similar vein, Stan Kroenke's ownership of the Rams has also come under fire. Despite a temporary resurgence in the Rams' fortunes on the field, players rated the ownership a C for their management practices. Complaints regarding daycare costs for players' families during home games and a lack of transparency in communications about team matters further strained their relationship with the players. The players' feedback highlights a broader concern regarding the treatment of families, with the Rams receiving a D in this category, indicating a significant gap in expectations. Interestingly, there are owners who have fared better in the survey. Shahid Khan, who owns Fulham and the Jacksonville Jaguars, received a solid B+ for ownership, although he too faced criticism regarding family treatment, ranking 31st out of 32 teams. The positive feedback towards Khan's ownership reflects a broader desire among players for more inclusive policies regarding family engagement during games and team events. The survey also revealed a growing recognition of the importance of player welfare and facilities across the league. For instance, the Washington Commanders, who recently saw a change in ownership, garnered praise for their management practices, coming in 11th overall. Players felt that the new owners significantly contributed to a positive team culture, a refreshing departure from the past management under Dan Snyder. As the NFL continues to evolve, the implications of this survey extend beyond the realm of American football. The findings serve as a reminder of the interconnected nature of sports ownership, where practices in one league can influence perceptions and expectations in another. With the Premier League increasingly attracting American investment, the treatment of players and their families will likely become a more pressing issue, as owners are held accountable not just by fans but by the athletes themselves. Looking ahead, it will be crucial for owners across both leagues to take these insights seriously and implement meaningful changes. As the landscape of sports ownership continues to shift, addressing the concerns raised by players could lead to improved relationships and ultimately more successful franchises. The growing expectation for transparency and accountability may herald a new era in which player welfare is prioritized, fostering a more equitable and supportive environment in both the NFL and the Premier League. In the high-stakes world of Serie A, every decision can spell the difference between triumph and disappointment, a reality that became painfully clear for Inter Milan this past weekend. After a hard-fought 1-1 draw against Napoli, questions have arisen regarding the coaching choices made by Simone Inzaghi, particularly concerning the frequent substitutions of key defender Alessandro Battoni. As the season approaches its climax, the ramifications of these tactical decisions could have far-reaching consequences for Inter's title aspirations. The match against Napoli, a direct rival for the Serie A title, showcased Inter's ongoing struggles, particularly in the latter stages of games. With just over 10 minutes remaining, Inzaghi opted to substitute Battoni, replacing him with Stefan de Vrij. This moment proved crucial as Napoli capitalized on Inter's defensive reshuffling, equalizing shortly after with a goal from Philip Billing. Inzaghi defended his decision, stating, "Battoni is fine, he didn't ask to be substituted, but we were struggling in that part of the pitch." However, this justification did little to alleviate the growing concern among fans and analysts about the impact of removing a player of Bastoni's caliber at critical moments. Statistically, the pattern is alarming. This season marks the sixth instance in which Inter has conceded a goal after Bastoni's substitution. The trend raises eyebrows, particularly as the Nerazzurri could have been 6 points clear at the top of the league had these substitutions not cost them crucial points. Since the first substitution against Udinese back in September, Inter has seen a clear correlation between Bastoni's removal and defensive lapses. The data shows that when he plays the full 90 minutes, Inter's defense stands far more resolute, culminating in 4 clean sheets during those matches. Analyzing the tactical implications further, it's noteworthy that Bastoni's aerial prowess is often cited as a crucial defensive asset. Standing at 6 feet 3 inches, he is not only physically imposing but also statistically effective, winning 2.2 aerial duels per 90 minutes. Yet in instances where he has been substituted, it has often been for players with similar or greater height, raising questions about the tactical rationale behind these decisions. One particularly revealing moment came against Napoli when Billing's equalizer was scored without any aerial duel involvement, indicating that other defensive issues may have played a role. The ongoing debate over Bastoni's substitutions highlights a broader concern within the team. Inter has struggled with injuries throughout the season, particularly in the wingback positions, and has been criticized for lacking the physicality and sharpness necessary to compete at the highest level. As the team faces a congested fixture list including a crucial Champions League matchup against Feyenoord, the need for a consistent and robust defense becomes even more pressing. As it stands, Inter finds itself in a precarious position, holding a narrow 1-point lead over Napoli with just 11 games remaining. The recent draw against Napoli, combined with previous slip-ups, suggests that if the coaching staff continues to prioritize tactical adjustments over maintaining their best players on the field, the cost could be the Serie A title itself. Moving forward, the focus must shift toward making decisions that reinforce the team's strengths rather than undermining them. With the title race heating up and the Champions League looming, the next few weeks will be critical for Inter Milan. Whether they can navigate these challenges effectively and whether Inzaghi will reconsider his approach to substitutions remains to be seen. The future of their season hangs in the balance, and for the passionate fans of the Nerazzurri, the stakes couldn't be higher.